First news report of 2026. Thanks for all your support and encouragement last year, and I hope this year will be another great year for new model railway releases. Let's get into the news, and it was more teaser shots from Marklin. I mentioned about this new Crocodile CCS model coming soon, and a little more info has come out now. So obviously it's a Gauge 0 model coming as a modern day reissue of the 1934 original, numbered 66-12920. And finished in this lime green livery. It'll come with a special box and certificate, as this will be another limited edition model, bound to be very popular. More info is coming soon, so subscribe to keep yourself up to date. Hornby did their usual announcement of an announcement by letting us know that their 2026 range will be revealed on the 14th of January. This will be on their YouTube channel, and they're promising excitement and some incredible new models. Well, let's hope so, because I think Hornby's 2025 range was a bit lackluster. My predictions? More liveries on the 47 and 66, I reckon. Let's see what happens on the 14th. Quick shout out to my one and only channel member, it's 11123-C. Thanks for your continued support. If you'd like to consider becoming a member yourself, then check out the join button somewhere at the bottom of your screen somewhere. But it was Piko who were seemingly first out of the gates with their 2026 range announcements in all the 4 scales they cover, and this all came out at 10 AM on the 1st of January, so they were right on it. Of course, there's a lot of new livery options, and most with no firm delivery dates yet, but what caught my eye in HO scale included this coach pack here at the CAD stage, and it was showing off the colourful livery of the Era 6 Polish PKP-IC. It's a Type 111AH and a Type 112AG, and this is due around July. Also, PKP is this Bar Wars livery of the Type 113A coach, this time Era 5, due a bit later this year with an RRP of €74. Another Polish Railways item is this iconic TKT48, which is due this year and coming in a range of specifications to cover its different eras. Due sooner than all the ones I've shown so far is the Black Dragons livery on the BR186. A very interesting Era 6 livery this. No model photos yet though. Another photo only at the moment, but an interesting machine is this T669 diesel locomotive in Era 4 CSD livery. This loco has a very interesting history, one I might actually consider making a video about at some point, but for the model it's also due around July and RRP on this is €189. We've had new Class 08s in the UK recently, but Piko is refreshing its Dutch and Danish counterparts this year too. Now fitted with Plux 22 and coming optionally with sound and lots of lighting options, it'll be very interesting to see how this stacks up with the UK brand's Class 08. By the way, I have an older Roco version of the Dutch 500 model coming up for review this year too, as soon as I can repair it, that is. Anyway, back to Piko, and they are also doing a third iteration of the Italian D445 in various livery options. This goes head to head with Hornby's version that came out in 2025, I think under their Rivarossi brand. Another interesting head to head battle here anyway. There's absolutely tons more HO stuff coming, and much more than just what I'm showing here on screen, so I'll update through the course of the year. But for now, let's look at TT Scale. We're in line to get a whole bunch of new steam locomotive options. They've really gone to town on the range this year, and I'll get more details as they come close to being available in the shops. As for diesel and electric, well, this is bound to catch your eye. It's the HSL livery Class 151 electric locomotive from Era 6. Incredibly, this model starts at an RRP of €109, so under £100, due this month too. There was also some interesting new liveries on these Type GO2 vans and these twin cement silo wagons. Both of these cement wagons come in around £30, which is great value considering the amount of extra parts on these wagons. More on TT coming soon. For N Scale, not quite as much, but still some interesting stuff, including this NS Class 2400 diesel locomotive in Era 3 livery, and this Golden Pass dining car from Switzerland. Much more for N Scale coming soon, but we'll take a quick look at G Scale for a moment, and they're offering this coming in April apparently. It's the so-called glass train electric rail car from Era 3. I've done a review of one of these in HO scale, and it's a great prototype. And a classic V298 rail bus is due as well. Everybody loves these. This is interesting though, a G-scale dual-powered PR248 loco. This is bound to be massively long, unless they've foreshortened it. Almost 72 centimetres this model. I think that might be a bit short. Still, Good to see Era 6 in G Scale coming through. I could make an entire video that would be an hour long about just Piko's announcements, but let's move on and I'll pick up Piko in future videos. So here's Saxonia, another brand I've not heard of until today, but with a range of TT and HO models coming this year, mostly steam locomotives in TT scale. They are tackling the KPEV T13 or BR92.5 as it was later designated, and it comes in all its variations. Also from the small to the huge, this is the BR03.10 in 2 variants as well. They're also planning 8 carriages this year, both in TT and HO scale, and just 1 solitary wagon in TT scale. They're a small manufacturer, just really getting going with ready-to-run models of their own, so I hope 2026 will be a good year for them. Fleischmann managed to get 2 new liveries out at the tail end of 2025 in their N Scale locomotives range, including this OBB RH1110 in a rather dull Era 4 livery. This now with Next 18 digital interface, and it includes etched metal parts, all for around £220. And yet another livery on the SPB RE421 electric loco, this one from Era 6. This model already had Next 18, and aside from the livery, I don't see any other features unique to this model. It's around £240 here in the UK. Moving to HO Scale and Roco, they also got some new models out just at the end of last year, including this DB BR38 steam loco in either analog or DCC with sound versions. This is an Era 3 livery which, as with almost all Roco models now, comes with Plux 22 interface. Usual light and sound features, even comes with a driver figure in this one. In analog only though is the DR version, slightly different with the chimney and the dome arrangement, and I'm sure a digital version of this will come along soon enough. Both BR38 start at around £440, which is certainly pricey for a relatively small steam loco. For diesels, it's just more new liveries, with this CSD T478 getting a fetching red and grey livery from Era 4. Definitely one of my favourite diesels, and this is a cool colour scheme, but there's certainly loads of different colours for this model. Same goes for this M62, here in Hungarian MAV Era 4 red and light grey colour scheme. Both models come in around £250 each for analog. Digital sound fit ones are coming soon. Electric saw a new livery on this loco, here as a CFL loco number 4016. With this, it's the full range of DC, DCC with sound, or AC digital with sound. It's another loco that's maybe oversaturated with livery options, and also every major manufacturer also does this one. I've even got a Marklin version of this loco. Anyway, if this Luxembourg loco takes your fancy, it's around £250. I think just a new number on this DB-BR144 from Era 4. I can't see anything else that's different, so a rather lazy release I think. Around £280 for this, and DC or DCC sound only, with no AC just now. Coming in DCC with sound at last is this PKP EP05 in the orange Era 4 livery. This was actually released early, amazingly, but again I think only a new livery on an existing model. Certainly bright, but not my most favourite colour scheme on this loco. Around £390 for this. There was some new livery options on these, all CSD Era 4 coaches, and also Era 4, some DB coaches. Nothing earth-shattering here, but decent enough models. Also some coach packs, I think just recycling some older models here. These are all DB, and 2 twin packs of CD coaches. Nice livery, but again nothing special really. This is a bit different though, an OBB D704 express train pack consisting of a Type AMPZ first class coach and a Type DDM car transporter wagon. This is Era 5 specification, probably wouldn't work as a train unless you had some more coaches, but this pack is around £120. In terms of wagons, we got this unusual trailer livery on the otherwise bog standard Wascosa T5 pocket wagon. And then this 4-pack of Type FANS 128 dump wagons, and yet another Type RES bogie state wagon, this time in CD Cargo Era 5 livery with wire real load. Narrow gauge HOE fans got a new livery on the OBB RH1099, this being an Era 4 cream and orange, and being a variant with the St. Polton coat of arms. It's a really lovely little model, and priced around £210, it's actually quite reasonably priced as well. And that was it for Roco stuff just at the end of last year. Their 2026 range is coming up soon, so expect a ton more stuff. Cavalex is up next with pricing details for the upcoming Class 47 00 scale, a model that no one really wants, surely. This was announced in August 2025 and features the usual specification you'd expect of a modern diesel model. There's a load of livery options too, including 4 additional ones exclusive to Rails of Sheffield, and a further 2 as part of the Railway Icons range. I'm actually amazed they found some liveries that haven't already been done, but anyway, prices are set at an RP of £209.95 for analogue, with DCC sound being £309.95. Expected in early 2027, engineering samples are promised soon, so I'll keep you updated. They also showed some production sample photos of their Class 56 and HO Scale too. This is the second batch of these models that are being produced. This batch has already left the factory in China, and as you can see there's a number of different livery options covering the Loco's lifespan. There's been some improvements over the last batch, including bogie centre realignment, sound file tweaks made alongside ESU, a kinematic coupling redesign, and an additional roof pod on the more modern 56 variants to match with their setup. Prices here are around £190 for DC and £100 more for DCC with sound. They're expected soon if everything goes to plan with the shipping.